Hello, kindergartners. The book this week we are reading is called My Furry Foster Family, and it's about Truman the dog. So, we're going to learn about what a foster family is and a little bit about Truman. Now, this is called a chapter book. So, in a chapter book, we have different chapters we're going to read about. Chapter 1 is called A Special Phone Call. Chapter 2 is called Hello, Truman. Chapter 3 is Truman Finds Trouble. And Chapter 4 is Old Friends, New Friends. And the last chapter, Chapter 5, is A Terrific Dog. And this is all found in what's called the Table of Contents. The Table of Contents helps you see what the book is going to be about and where you can find certain chapters. So it tells you your page numbers right here. All right, so because this is a chapter book, I don't want you to sit and listen to the whole story all at once because your brain's going to get tired of listening. So, listen to a chapter at a time or two chapters and then use the whole week to listen to the story. So you don't have to listen to the whole story all in one day. All right, here we go. This is a very interesting page. Let's look at these pictures. So this is Dad. His name's Tim. This is Mom. Her name's Cindy. This is me, so this is the person telling the story. Kada. Dog Ollie. This is Hannah Miller. She's her best friend. And this is Joss Lawrence, and she's from the Happy Tales Rescue. Chapter 1, A Special Phone Call. I held the dog treat in my hand. Ollie, sit, I said. My happy dog wagged his tail and sat down. Good boy, I said. I tossed the treat in the air. Ollie caught it in his mouth. He crunched and crunched. Then he sniffed the floor for crumbs. He didn't want to miss one. I think you got them all of them, Ollie, I said, giggling. Kada, I'm home, a voice called. It was my mom. Ollie and I ran to the kitchen. The tags on his collar jingled like little bells. Mom had a pile of books on the table. She works at a bookstore. I love it because she gets me books about animals. When I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian. I'm going to be the best animal doctor ever. Are those books for me? I asked. Yes, she said. There's a book about cats, a book about birds, a book about dogs, and a book just about wiener dogs. Like our Ollie. She slid the book in front of me. I gave her a big smile. Oh, thank you, Mom. Yip, yip, yip. Ollie barked and ran to the back door. That must be Dad, I said, running after Ollie. Yip, yip, yip. Dad walked in. I bent down and patted Ollie's head. He got hugs from Mom and me. Coming home to my family is my favorite thing, Dad said. Hey, I have some good news. What is it? I asked. Dad smiled, but he didn't say anything. He took off his jacket. He hung it up on the hook. He put his backpack on the floor. He took off his shoes. Dad, I said, come on, what is it? Yes, stop teasing us, Mom said with a smile. Okay, sit down at the table and I'll tell you, he said. We all sat down. Ollie curled up under my chair. Dad grinned. I got a phone call from Happy Tales Rescue, he said. I peeked under my chair. That's where we got Ollie, I said. We had adopted Ollie from Happy Tales Rescue last year. The poor little dog had been found in a parking lot with no collar and no home. Happy Tales took him in. They rescue animals and help them find forever homes. I was so happy we became Ollie's forever home. What did Happy Tales Rescue say? Mom asked. I wiggled in my chair. They have a dog who needs a foster family, Dad said. He needs love and a place to stay until he finds a forever home, and we're going to foster him. Hooray! I said. When? Mom asked. The doorbell rang. Ollie barked. Yip, yip, yip. Right now, Dad said, jumping out of his chair. Mom and I followed him to the front door. Mom scooped up Ollie in her arms. It was Joss, the awesome lady from Happy Tail's rescue. "Hello, Takano family," she said. "Thank you for agreeing to foster." Augie wagged his tail. I could tell he remembered Joss. "Hello, Ollie," Joss said, patting his head. "Where's the dog?" I asked. "Truman is in my truck," Joss said. "Will Truman like Ollie?" I asked. "Truman is friendly with other dogs," Joss said as we walked to our truck. "He is an older dog. He is a very sweet Labrador mix." "What happened to his family?" I asked. "Truman's family had to move far away. Sadly, they couldn't take Truman with them," Joss said. "We will find him a wonderful new home and family." When we got to the truck, Joss opened the door and grabbed the leash. A black dog jumped out. He was bigger than Ollie. He stood close against Joss's legs, like he was trying to hide. "He's beautiful," I said. Truman looked at me and blinked. His tongue rolled out. His thick tail thumped against Joss. "Look at that. I think he likes you, Kata," Josh said. I liked Truman too. All right, so that was chapter 1. So chapter 1 was all about learning how they were going to foster the puppy named Truman. So if you need to, pause the video and take a break and come back and listen to chapter 2 later. All right, chapter 2. Hello, Truman. Before Joss left, she gave us a bag of Truman's toys. She gave us a crate too. We put the crate in my parents' bedroom. Truman would sleep there. Ollie already slept with me in my room every night. After dinner, I worked on a puzzle with my parents. I liked puzzles. They are fun to put together. Ollie curled up on my lap. Truman sat by the door. "He seems sad," I said. "Maybe he wants to go home." "This is his home now," Dad said. "It will take time for him to feel safe with us. He doesn't know us yet." I dug into Truman's bag of toys and found a stuffed lamb. I tossed it. It landed at his feet with a plop. Truman sniffed the toy a little, but didn't move. I got a tennis ball. I waved it in front of his face and rolled it past him. "Get the ball, Truman," I said. Truman watched the ball but didn't move. Ollie did, though. He shot after the ball like a rocket. Yip, 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 yip. Truman's ears went up. He wagged his tail and barked. Woof, woof. Ollie ran past him, and Truman followed right behind. And just like that, the two dogs became friends. The next day, Ollie and Truman played tag. Ollie chased Truman from the living room to the kitchen, up the hall, and into my room. Truman chased Ollie out of my room, down the hall, and into the kitchen, and into the living room. Back and forth the dogs ran. They barked non-stop. Dad got a little upset. He was trying to talk on the phone for work. "Come on, you two," I said. "Let's play quietly in my room." Ollie, Truman, and I went to my room and sat on the floor. I pulled a bright yellow rubber ducky from Truman's bag of toys. Truman wiggled and whined. "Want your ducky?" I asked him. Truman wagged his tail and licked my hand. I gave him the toy. He squeaked it a couple times. Playing tag had made the dogs tired. I lifted Ollie onto my bed. He curled up. Truman wanted to get on my bed too, but I said no. Josh had told us to keep Truman off the furniture. His forever family might have a no furniture rule. I got Truman's dog bed from his crate and put it on the floor. "You can take a nap over here, Truman," I said. Truman sniffed his bed, snorting from end to end. When he had sniffed every inch, he stepped onto the bed. He turned in a circle 3 times, plopped down, and curled up tight. With a sigh, he fell asleep. "Good dog," I said. Ollie watched me tiptoe to the door. I put my finger to my lips. "Shh," I whispered. He stood and pawed at the air. He wanted to be picked up. I walked back to my bed and got him, and then closed the door behind us. While Truman napped, I sat at the kitchen table with my sketchbook. It already had lots of Ollie drawings in it. Ollie in his alligator costume, Ollie chasing a ball, Ollie lying on his back with a big full belly. Now I started drawing Truman. I wanted a way to remember him after he found a forever home. I drew 3 pictures, one of him sitting, one of him with his rubber ducky, and one of him sleeping on his bed. Yip, 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 Ollie barked and ran to the back door. Mom's home, I said. Mom walked into the kitchen with her book bag. Hello, Ollie, she said. Hi, Kata. How is Truman doing? All right, I'm gonna pause because I have to videotape this for you guys.